Hi, I'm Rick Lambert. Welcome to the SMARKETING Show. Today I've got the one and only Cheryl Weedmark to explain to you everything you'd ever want to know about Google My Business page. Is that right, Cheryl?
Yeah, everything you would ever want to know. Actually, it's interesting. We were talking with some team members and we asked them, what do you think that we should talk about on the SMARKETING Show this week? And this came up a couple of times. So we thought, this is our topic, Google My Business. What is it? Why do I want it? And how do I measure from it?
And Cheryl, when we do website assessments for clients, because they're concerned obviously with their digital DNA, one of the stops along the tour is we stop and show them how their Google My Business page looks. And candidly, some people are like, okay, I saw that, but I didn't know exactly what that was, or geez, that's an old photo on there. Oh, by the way, there's reviews on there my customers could see. So I think it's very relevant in today's virtual sales / marketing arena. So why don't you start with basics, like what is a Google My Business page, and then we'll get into kind of why you need it.
Yeah, for sure. So essentially what it is it's free, first of all. It's super easy to use, and it's a tool, or I like to kind of call it a profile for businesses and organizations to help them manage their online presence across Google. Now, what isn't this? It's not a website. You still need to have a website. It does not replace that. What it does is it just kind of complements your existing profile and gives you a little bit more of a boost when it comes to your public identity and a bit more of a presence with a listing on Google.
So I'm a visual guy, Cheryl, you know that. And so I'm going to ask Vinny, our video guy that produces this, to actually show our Google My Business page for Into Communication. So folks, for those of you that have seen this before, just bear with me. But basically, when someone Googles your business name, you've seen it before. You've been to restaurants or any type of business. It pops up on the side. And what I like about it is you're able to upload like pictures and video to actually bring the person into your place of business. And that not only applies to prospects, but also people that are looking to be hired by your company, right? We talked before in a previous episode how millennials and Gen Zs want to see inside the structure. Obviously, your location, Google reviews. Look, this is something we talked about on a episode in the past, and we're seeing a lot of salespeople now use their reviews in their proposals, in their presentations to say, hey, don't take my opinion for it. Here's what people say. And luckily, we've got good reviews there. Your contact info, hours of business. And I think the biggest thing for me from a marketing standpoint is this really supercharges your SEO if you've done it right.
Yes. It is absolutely just like traditional website SEO. So Google uses a whole bunch of different signals that are part of different algorithms to actually allow you to be found. So there's essentially two different ways that you might be found, which we'll talk about in just a second. For those that are watching right now saying, I don't know if I have a Google My Business account. All you have to do is the first step, go into Google My Business and actually conduct a search to see if your business has one. And chances are, if you have a website, 99.9% that you also have a GMB or Google My Business profile set up. So if you do, you'll see that you'll need to actually go through the process of claiming it through Google. And then from there, you'll get verification and you can actually go in and start adding content. So we talked about keywords and the fact that this is, I guess, a complement to the SEO that you're probably already doing on your website. And we include this in part of the package that we do with our clients. So it's very helpful and it's very important. You mentioned business hours. So you want to make sure that you update those, especially if there's a holiday coming up, or maybe you have a special event that you want to promote. That's a really great way to do that as well. The ultimate goal with your Google My Business account is to make sure that everything is accurate and that the users are having a great experience, which I guess is very similar to a website.
Well, to me, in layman terms, it's a microsite for your business, right? That's supercharged by Google. And you mentioned, Cheryl, keeping it up to date. Candidly, with the 100+ websites that we manage, I can tell you that prior to the management exercise we go through with our clients, people weren't updating those Google My Business pages. And there's pictures that were like 10 years old, and they go, "Whoa, our demo room's different, or our new whatever lobby's different." And I think it's so easy to do, to update it, and people just don't do it. But again, it's one of those classic things that is important, but people may not get to, which is why we want to talk about it today.
Yeah, exactly. And I just want to mention, like, how important are photos? Well, businesses that have photos on their listing, receive, according to Google, about 42% more requests for driving directions on Google Maps, and they get about 35% more click-throughs to their actual website than businesses that don't have photos. And this is according to Google. You mentioned managing customer reviews. So interacting with your customers by responding to their reviews is extremely important. And this is where people will go if they want to say either something great or something not so great about your service or product. You just want to make sure, because Google will assign you a rating based on those reviews, and you just want to make sure that you respond. And even if, Rick, and it's good to point out, even if the review isn't necessarily favorable to their experience that they had with the organization.
There is such a thing as a non-favorable?
There is, but just by responding to it actually increases your rating.
So if I was watching right now and you're saying, hey, that sounds interesting, all you need to do is just Google your business name, and you're going to see it pop up on the right side to do a quick inspection right now. And again, I would look at how current are the graphics, is the details around your business accurate? Because this is what customers are looking at, and or, as I mentioned, applicants to your business. And I just think it's a sneaky thing, and I'm glad our team brought it up, because people don't think about this, and it's just another important part in this, you know, holistic view of how you get found and you become top of mind at point of need.
For sure. Make sure your location is accurate, because sometimes Google has been known to throw a location that they think is the right location, and it might be similar, or it might have the same street name, but it's not necessarily the address for your business. So you want to double check that too. So what can you learn from Google My Business? They actually have a lot of analytics that they can pull that you will get access to just by claiming your account. They call it insights. You're going to find out things like, how did customers find you? And there's two different ways that they would find you through Google My Business. The first is a direct search. So a direct search is they're looking up Into Communications, London, Ontario, Canada. A discovery search means that you've come up because they've looked for a category or a product. So for us, it would be digital marketing, Canada. That's how we would be found in a discovery search. You're also going to find out where customers found you. Are they located geographically within where you're located geographically? You're going to find out if they requested directions on how to find you and actually drive there, whether they called you, and whether they looked at your photos or videos.
And you know, just I'm again, I'll go back to visual. This, you have to actually upload the pictures and or videos to this environment. It's not like it automatically pulls data from your website and or the reviews, etc. So I think there's some grass cutting that could be done at a quarterly basis type of thing that would really set you apart from your competition. And again, it's a sleeper, I think, that not enough people have in their marketing mix. So I'm glad we're talking about it anyway.
Yeah, and again, step number one, just Google your business and find out if you show up. And we've shown you a few screen captures of our Google My Business account and profile, and just make sure you pay attention to the analytics, because it tells you a lot about how people are finding you, not just through your website, but a lot of people will also look at your GMB account.
Awesome. Hey, so, and if you have a problem with Google My Business, okay, you can let us know and we'll Google your business for you if you need. But anyway, great topic today, Cheryl. Thank you for the insights as usual. And if you've got a topic or something you'd like us to talk to, we're in the trenches every day, trust me. Just let us know at intocommunications.com, or believe it or not, we also do sales training under selltowin.com, in case you don't mention that time, Cheryl. Thanks very much for joining us today.
Don't forget to follow us on LinkedIn, and we'll see you next week, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.